At 5:30, today marks 30 years since 4 white Los Angeles police officers were found not guilty for beating Rodney King during his arrest. The verdict sparked days of deadly riots across the city. Philip Townsend takes a look back at how this verdict changed the country.
It was an eruption in Los Angeles 30 years ago, April 29, 1992. Anger and frustration boiling over on the streets of South Central LA. Before Black Lives Matter, before George Floyd, Freddie Gray, and Eric Garner, this was our reference point for civil unrest following police brutality.
30 plus years later, after this happened to my dad, which is the same thing, we have videotape. It's obvious.
Laura King, the daughter of Rodney King, the black man savagely beaten by 4 Los Angeles police officers in what would become the first viral video of police brutality.
Officers Powell and Wind, who wielded the batons, were charged with inflicting great bodily injury.
The LA riots 1 year after that brutal assault, following the acquittal of the officers by an almost all-white jury. 30 years later,
justice for
tense police interactions with black people, the focal point of a national dialogue on race, the criminal justice system, and those sworn to protect it and us. The uprising in LA no longer stands alone. Now an organized movement, seen and heard not just on TV, but in every major city in America, firsthand, including here in Hampton Roads.
no justice, no peace.
A movement that led to a rare conviction in one of the most prominent police brutality cases today, the death of George Floyd. Laura King calls it progress.
So I think that no matter how bad things get, that gave me a sense of hope in America, in the world, a sense of hope. Like, we are moving forward. Even though it's at a turtle's pace, we're definitely moving forward. So that gives me a lot of hope,
For 13 News Now, I'm Philip Townsend.
Rodney King died in an accidental drowning in 2012. He was 47 years old.